I really need to invest in makeup wipes. I literally just wiped my arm off with packing paper. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be unboxing and trying on the Deck of Scarlet palette for July and August. That is why I'm coming to you looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost with some serious eyebrows, because we're going to be using everything from the palette to create a full face of makeup today. The Deck of Scarlet subscription is a subscription that will come every 2 months, so it is a bi-monthly, is that what it's called? Subscription, where you are going to receive a makeup palette that is supposed to hold all of the makeup you are going to need to create a full look. Now, of course, it doesn't come with foundation and concealer and all that kind of stuff, but you know, your blushes and your highlights and your eyeshadows and lip products, those kinds of things will be included in the palette. So you are supposed to get a whole face of makeup for $29.95 every 2 months, which is basically the price of a full-size item at Sephora or something. So if these are good, decent quality products, then that's a really good deal. I have had several of you guys ask if I was going to test out the subscription, because on this channel, we test out so many subscriptions because I have a little bit of a problem, but I have not had a chance to get the subscription until now, and I'm really excited about it. Deck of Scarlet actually emailed me and asked if I would like to try out this product, and I was like, yes, of course. But I assure you guys, this is not sponsored or anything. They just sent the product for me to test out so I could let you guys know my honest opinions about it. I did get the palette a little bit early so I could show you guys, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely out by now. So every month the Deck of Scarlet is going to be curated by what they call an artist-in-chief, and that artist-in-chief is going to be a very popular YouTuber, aka not me. And the artist-in-chief for this month's palette and next month's palette, because they're one and the same, is Nazanin Kavari. So I'm really excited to get into this palette. I haven't touched it, I haven't swatched it, I haven't put it on my face, so I'm very excited to try it out. So every other month you will receive a box that looks a little something like this. It just says Deck of Scarlet across the top, and it's nice and black, my favorite color. Alright, inside the box we have a couple more papers. Let's go ahead and get those out. We also have this little secret envelope here, and for some reason this makes me feel like a secret agent or something. I don't know why. Alright, and when you get to the actual goods on the inside, this is what it looks like. So we have our palette here. This month it also comes with an eyeliner, which is cool. Alright, so this is the outer packaging and the packet itself. I think it looks really awesome. I like that girl. Is that Nazanin? I don't know. She looks cool though. And these palettes are supposed to be cruelty-free, made in the USA, paraben-free, all that good stuff. And then when we slide the outer packaging off, this is what we get underneath, and I think this is awesome too. It's a very graphically appealing palette. What I also like about this is there are 2 sections. So here we have all of our powder products, and this does fold all the way back with a mirror. And then down here we have our cream lip products. I like that those can be sectioned off so the powder doesn't get into the lip product itself. So this month it looks like everything is pretty peachy and pink, which really isn't my go-to color scheme, but we're definitely going to give this a shot. We're going to try everything on our face today, and I'm excited. So let's just go ahead first and get some really quick swatches here so I can show you guys what these colors look like. So first up we have Feeling Peachy. Then next up we have Taj. And then we have Show Cute. Moving down to the blush we have Baby Doll. And then for the highlight we have Yasmin. Moving down to the lip colors, we have Majesty. And then finally, we have Birthday Suit. Ooh, that one is very mushy. Don't do that. Alright guys, so here is everything just swatched, and my opinions about things are kind of differing. Some of the shadow shades really don't show up. I accidentally swatched the blush over Show Cute because I really even couldn't see it in the lens as I was trying to swatch. Show Cute is definitely the most stiff out of them, and I think it's probably because it has those glitters in it. I do like the shade Taj here. I think it's going to be a nice transition color. The peachy shade is actually kind of pretty too. I wish there was a little bit more pigmentation. As far as the highlight goes, I think it's going to be nice and subtle, which I personally like. And then the lip colors here have very different formulas. This one is more balmy and hard in the pan, and then this one down here is quite creamy. I didn't mean to shove my finger into it, but I think it's a very pretty color. I really need to invest in makeup wipes. I literally just wiped my arm off with packing paper. All right, really quickly on the back of the hand, I'm going to swatch this eyeliner. This is in the shade Coco Kavari. I'm going to give it a little shake. It sounds very similar to the Kat Von D tattoo liner, which I love. The applicator also looks very, very similar, so I'm quite happy about that. Let me get you guys a little swatch here. This is supposed to be like a deep brown. Ooh, that swatched very nicely actually. I'm pretty excited about this. Hopefully it stays put all day and doesn't smear around. So far as the eyeliner is concerned, we're holding up pretty good, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started putting all this stuff on my face. I have my entire base done, so I have my foundation and powder and eyebrows and some bronzer because this palette did not come with a bronzer. Let's just go ahead and start off with the eyes. I'm not going to do anything too crazy because I never do, but I am getting ready to go to Gatlinburg in like an hour, so I'm just gonna slap on. Oh man. I was quickly wiping this Morphe brush over my hand, like just to see if there was any stuff on it, and look at all the shedding that came off. This is definitely not like a Morphe video, but like it shed all over my hand. I don't know if you guys can like see those there, but it went literally everywhere and it's still happening. Interesting. Anyway, let's get back to the palette. I'm actually going to use Yasmin here as the base for my eyeshadow because I like to start off with some type of light base. I know it has shimmer to it and it's actually a highlighter, but this is the lightest base we have in the palette. I just want to make it a little easier to fluff on shadows because if my eyelids are sticky at all, like I literally cannot do eyeshadow. My skin already doesn't accept shadow very well, and it needs something a little soft. Alright, next up for a transition shade, I'm going to go in with Taj on this fluffy shedding brush. Alright, it's not super duper pigmented, it's definitely a sheer shadow. I would like a little bit more pigment in my shadows just so I can build it up because I really don't know how well like I could build up a deeper crease color. We're going to move on to the lids, and I think I'm going to go for... I keep dropping things. I think I'm going to go for Feeling Peachy for the entire lid. And I use my fingers a lot for makeup. I know a lot of people are like strictly brushes, but I think fingers work great for certain things, especially like packing stuff on lids. Alright, and there is Feeling Peachy on the lids. I think it gave a little bit more pop than the Taj color. There's a little bit more pigment there, which I was actually surprised about because in the finger swatch on my arm, Taj was definitely more pigmented than Feeling Peachy. Alright, next up, just because I want to use it to see if it'll show up on the eye, I'm going to go into Show Cute, and I guess I'm just going to put that in like the center, maybe to brighten up the eye a little bit, I guess. Alright, that's kind of working, but again, I just really would like some more pigment. I think I might put Show Cute also in the inner corner, and I think that actually works a little bit better than putting it on the actual lid. You really can't see it on top of that Just Peachy. I have no idea if this eye look even looks remotely decent together. I just want to show you guys as many products as I possibly can. I think I'm going to take this little kind of brush, this tiny brush, I'm not really sure what it's called, and I'm going to run it underneath my lower lash line just to smoke it out a little bit with Taj. Alright, so far it's a very pale, subtle look, and that kind of makes me like wonder how this would work out on people with darker skin tones. It's making me a little bit nervous. I'm not sure if this would show up on somebody with like a really deep skin tone because I'm pale as a ghost, and some of the shades are having a hard time showing up on me, so that is slightly concerning. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the eyeliner. I'm actually pretty excited about this part because I feel like it's going to be nice, so I'm going to give it another little shake before we start. And I literally can't speak or breathe while I'm doing my eyeliner, so I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, my camera ran out of space like as soon as I was doing this eye here, but it actually went on really nice and smooth. It felt very reminiscent of my Kat Von D tattoo liner, which I could not find, so I might be bringing this eyeliner with me to Gatlinburg because I have to have my eyeliner. It is a little strange for me to have brown eyeliner on instead of black, but I kind of like it. It's different. It's a little less harsh and intense, But yeah, I kind of like it so far. Alright, so here's the eyeliner on, and I messed it up like 70 times. I still struggle quite a bit with my winged eyeliner, even though I've been wearing it every day since like 7th grade. And I still can't get it right. Alright, this palette does not come with mascara, so I'm going to grab my favorite mascara here and put it on real fast, and then I'll be right back because I also can't breathe or talk while I'm doing mascara. Alright, now that I have my liner and mascara on, I'm feeling a little bit more like myself. I'm just still really wanting more pigment from these shadows. I could definitely say that's my biggest issue so far. Let's go ahead and move on to face products. So we have blush and highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my blush. It loaded onto the brush pretty nicely, but this is a very pink blush for me. I typically don't go for blushes that are this pink, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna knock a little bit of the excess off because oh dear, that's already very pink. I have a habit of putting on way too much blush. Like, I can't control myself. I just keep going and going. Also, my brush is now very stained from my full head of red video, but you know, that's okay. Red's a pretty color. All right, blush is done. I'm gonna move into this highlight here. I'm gonna take this little Luxie tapered highlight brush, and we're gonna put that on the top of the cheekbones. All right, so from what I'm seeing, this is a very subtle highlight, which I personally like. I'm not really into like the big, bright, metallic highlights, but it is giving me a nice little glow. Nothing too crazy, but it is pretty. And yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty. It's not like crazy, what's the word, blinding or anything, but nice and glowy, which I enjoy. All right, and last but not least, we're gonna go in with lips. I'm going to use Birthday Suit, that nice creamy lipstick that I jabbed my finger into, and since I don't have a lip brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger. Alright, this is not a color I would typically gravitate to, but I do think it works with like the peachy eye and the pinky cheek. This is a little bit peach for my personal taste. It is coming off very nude in the camera lens, but in real life it is a little bit peach for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take Majesty, that other pinky lip color, and just kind of blend it into it. These two are completely different formulas. Alright, and for me personally, this lip color works out much better with the two mixed together. Not too pink, not too peachy. It is a nice nude, which I like. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look all put together. I would say it is very like light and summery and fresh and peach. My biggest concern is the pigmentation with the shadows. I was really like searching, wanting some more intense pigment. I also think that if somebody with a deeper skin tone is going to get this palette, that it might just be too light for them. Like, I don't really know if these colors would show up on their skin because like I'm having a hard time getting the colors to show up. Overall, I am enjoying the final look, but I think my favorite things are probably the eyeliner, and then I did like the highlight pretty well. So that is all for the Deck of Scarlet palette. Please let me know what you guys think of the palette itself, the look, everything that comes in it. I would love to know. I will leave down in the description below a link to the palette. Also, I think there is a 10% off code down there, and I definitely am not like getting any commission or anything from that. That is just a code for you guys. If you would like to get this palette every other month, then you can get it for 10% off, I think, your first month. Alright, and that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. It would really, really mean the world to me. Plus, we have our July giveaway going on right now, and all you have to do is be subscribed and leave a comment on the giveaway video. Plus, we're pushing for it. We're getting there. We're getting close to 20K, so a very big giveaway will be coming up soon, and I'm very, very excited about that. So you guys definitely want to be subscribed so you do not miss out on that. And other than that, I just hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!